When 6 people entered room 502 in the five-star hotel, located in the heart of Bangkok's tourism district, little did they know that among them, one had premeditated their deaths and none of them would make it out alive. On Tuesday afternoon, July 16th, Thai police were alerted to a horrifying scene. 6 bodies found in a hotel room. Upon receiving the call from the luxury hotel, officers quickly navigated through the bustling streets of Bangkok to investigate. The discovery of the bodies led to rumors spreading rapidly through both local and international media, with initial reports mistakenly suggesting a mass shooting had occurred at the luxury hotel. Bangkok is no stranger to many of us, known for its vibrant shopping districts, old British men with young Thai girls, a variety of massage parlors, and diverse food scene. In 2023, Thailand welcomed 28 million foreign visitors, with tourism remaining a key driver of Thailand's economic growth. However, Bangkok has seen its share of dark moments in recent years. Most recently, in 2023, Sararat Rangsiwuthaporn, also known as cyanide, was charged with poisoning 15 people with the deadly chemical over several years. She was the most notorious serial killer in the nation's history. Last October, a 14-year-old boy tragically killed 2 people in a shooting at Siam Paragon Mall, one of Bangkok's largest and most popular shopping destinations. Thai authorities are keen to improve the kingdom's image as a safe tourist destination. However, this latest incident marks another grim chapter for Thailand. Around 5:30 p.m. on Tuesday, hotel staff made an emergency call to the police after the cleaning staff made a horrific discovery: 6 bodies spread across room 502, following the guests' failure to check out as scheduled. The Grand Hyatt Erawan is located in an area popular with tourists and home to several upscale shopping malls. Adjacent to the hotel is the Erawan Shrine, a popular destination for visitors seeking blessings and prosperity. The 6 guests had checked into the hotel separately over the weekend, booking 5 rooms across 2 floors. 5 guests were scheduled to check out on Monday and only 1 on Tuesday, but they all failed to do so. The victims were identified as 3 men and 3 women, 4 Vietnamese nationals and 2 U.S. citizens of Vietnamese heritage. They were Thi Nguyen Phuong, her husband Hong Pham Than, Thi Nguyen Phuong Lan, Din Tran Pu, Sherine Chong, and Dang Hung Van. Room 502 belonged to Sherine Chong, while the other 5 stayed in 4 rooms across the 7th floor. Initial speculation suggested the possibility of a 7th person involved, but security camera footage quickly dispelled this theory. The footage showed no one else entering or leaving the room, reinforcing the mystery surrounding the deaths. Inside the room, the bodies were found scattered between the living room and bedroom, ruling out ritual suicide. There were also no signs of struggle or theft, with the guests' suitcases left unopened. Thailand's Prime Minister made a surprise visit to the murder site after hearing the news to calm the situation. He ordered all agencies to urgently take action to prevent any negative impact on tourism. As the investigation unfolded, initial reports of a shooting were swiftly dismissed. Investigators found no gunshot wounds on any of the victims. Instead, the focus shifted to the core evidence of the case: a table set with uneaten room service meals, most of which were still covered in plastic wrap, indicating that the 6 deceased had not eaten. However, a close-up image revealed that a plate of vegetables and 2 tom yum bowls had been unwrapped, suggesting they might have been consumed. Based on the police forensic report, poison was found in a drink that looked like black coffee, located in 2 flasks in the room where the deaths occurred. With no visible injuries or signs of struggle, the possibility of poisoning emerged as the most likely cause of death. Tests confirmed the presence of cyanide, a lethal poison, on the teacups and in the victims' blood. According to the autopsy, their lips and nails had turned dark purple, and their internal organs were blood red, classic indicators of cyanide poisoning. The authorities suspected that the victims had been dead for about 24 hours. From the initial observation at the crime scene, there was no sign of robbery or violence. The absence of any violent struggle and the serene state of the bodies suggested a chilling reality. The poison had been administered without the victims realizing it, catching them off guard in their final moments. The culprit was among the 6 deceased because they were the only people who entered the room. There were no others. According to a police statement, two victims, a man and a woman, attempted to reach the door as they were the closest to it. Unfortunately, they did not manage to get near enough to the door to cry for help. The events leading up to the fateful day provided crucial insights into the tragedy. On Monday, room service was called to room 502 by one of the group members, though it is unclear who ordered the food. When the food and drinks were delivered, hotel staff offered to make tea for the guests, but Sherine Chong, who was in the room alone at the time, declined. Staff later recalled her unusual demeanor. She spoke very little and appeared visibly stressed before they left the room. Security footage revealed the 5 victims making their way to room 502 between 2:03 p.m. and 2:17 p.m. with their luggage, unaware of the deadly trap set for them. No movement was detected by CCTV outside the room after Monday afternoon, suggesting that the deaths occurred well before the discovery of the bodies. Sherine was captured on security footage wearing a colorful patterned dress hours before meeting the group. According to the forensic police layout of the room, the bodies were not clustered together, suggesting they did not knowingly consume poison and await death side by side. As a result, the idea of mass suicide was ruled out. Earlier reports indicated authorities were searching for a 7th guest, a Vietnamese national believed to be the younger sister of one of the 6 deceased. However, this woman had left the country on July 10th and was ruled out as an accomplice in this case. A Vietnam-born, United States citizen, Sherine had borrowed hundreds of thousands of dollars to invest in the construction of a hospital in Japan. However, progress on the project stalled, leading investors to initiate legal proceedings to recover their money. Investigators uncovered that a Vietnamese couple among the deceased had invested approximately 10 million baht with Sherine for the hospital venture. The meeting in Bangkok was initially intended to be held in Japan, but visa issues among some of the deceased prompted the relocation to Thailand. With a court date looming in 2 weeks, Sherine had invited 5 of them to Bangkok for private negotiations. The meeting was meant to resolve financial disputes. That was in the minds of the 5 victims. However, in Sherine's plan, there was never to be a private negotiation. Their deaths had been planned from the beginning of the meeting. From the initial investigation, police are not ruling out that there might be more than one party involved in the premeditated murder. A Vietnamese tour guide, Phan Ngoc Wu, has been questioned by officers. Police also suspect 3 Vietnamese nationals of involvement in the murder-suicide. Thien Nguyen Phuong Lan, Hung Dang Van, both who are deceased, and Thien Nguyen Phuong Lan's sister, who did not check into the hotel as planned. On July 18th, police summoned another Vietnamese tour guide, known only as Tiger, for questioning. Tiger had purchased a medicine called Snake Medicine No. 7 for Thien Nguyen Phuong Lan. However, police confirmed that the medicine was not involved in the deaths. They continue to question Tiger for any information relevant to the investigation. A suspicious message was found on Sherine's phone, written in Chinese during the investigation. However, we were not able to confirm if this message was written by Sherine herself. Some of the things written in the letter that stood out were, "Money is my servant, as it comes every time I need it, and it always comes in the amount I desire. I am the master of love, and money will always come to me. The universe always gives me money because I support the universe and others. I have love, so I have money." Phu, better known as Phu Jia Jia on Facebook, was a famous makeup artist in Da Nang City. According to Lo and Phu's friend, Pham Mai Quinch, Tran Din Phu was paid about $5,000 for each trip by Sherine Chong, who presented herself as the wife of a billionaire from Dubai. Phu also traveled for this client to other places, such as Hong Kong, not just in Thailand. Phu further added that the client was very difficult and had to check with her feng shui master in Hong Kong to assess his suitability as her makeup artist. The client was none other than Sherine. However, Phu's friends and family said he never drank tea or coffee. Lei, his mother, pointed out that photos of the crime scene showed a bottle of water on the table in the hotel suite. He didn't drink tea, coffee, or beer. When Phu traveled, he often bought water bottles and opened them himself to drink. At this point in the investigation, it is unclear if Phu had invested money with Sherine or if he was invited by Sherine to Bangkok to persuade him to invest in the project. There are theories suggesting that Phu may have declined to invest, which could have led to him being poisoned along with the others. Alternatively, some speculate that Sherine might have invited Fu to the meeting to serve as her makeup artist after her death. Unfortunately, it appears that Fu may have accidentally drunk from a water bottle spiked with cyanide, possibly intended for someone else. This tragic error may have placed him among the victims of a crime he might not have been initially involved in. As for Fu's mother, she still hopes her son will come back from work someday whenever she hears the sound of someone opening the house gates. Money, often seen as a tool for achieving dreams and security, also holds the power to corrupt and destroy. In this case, we witnessed how money can be wielded as a weapon of evil, turning trust into betrayal and ambition into a deadly scheme. It is possible that Sherine Chong was orchestrating a Ponzi scheme, where returns were paid to earlier investors using the capital of newer ones. With no additional investors pouring in money, the scheme was on the verge of collapse, leading to the murder and suicide. As the investigation continued, the pieces of the puzzle slowly came together, revealing a tangled web of deceit and desperation. Sherine Chong's actions seemed to be motivated by financial strain and fear of exposure. With no way out, her desperate decision led to the tragic deaths of 5 innocent people.